All right, welcome everyone. We're starting a new series working with the grouse, and the grouse is a little different than the chicken because the grouse is wild, and we spent some time on the rooster a while back, and the grouse is in that same family or same order, rather, the galliform order, and that's including pheasants, turkeys, and mostly what we think of as game birds, but they're heavy birds. And because they're heavy, they have to be well organized because they take short little flights and they have to be economical with how they move. And we're going to be looking a lot at the display that they make, which is pretty beautiful. And Native Americans have what's called the chicken dancers because of the prairie chicken. It's not the domestic chicken, it's the prairie chicken. And I hope that this series inspires you to see the grace of what it means to be centered. Yeah, that it's that from that center, yeah, the dance comes. So anyhow, let's get started. Let's rub your hands. Make sure your feet are under your knees, so the heel is directly below your knees. You're toward the front of a flat chair. And this I do in every class because it activates your hands, and your hands are your power tools. And it's my hope that you can experience the healing touch of your own hands as we do this. So let's rub your hands on your head and stroke lightly. And this is such a habitual movement for probably all of us in either combing your hair, brushing your hair back, taking showers, whatever you do, bathing wise. But think of it more as activating right now, activating your head, feeling with your fingertips, feeling with your hands as you stroke. And I talk a lot in the series about how animals groom, and this is our grooming practice. So a lot of times, if I don't have a lot of time in the morning to do meditation, I might just do this really quick, close my eyes and really connect with my skin, with my bones, with my breathing. So as you stroke your body, go down your legs, down toward your feet, just comfortably. It's not to stretch, but to wake up. Yeah. Wake up. And then, of course, this will make you a better lover. This will help you in your relationships and touching people with consciousness, with this connection and respect. Yeah. To feel your touch and get that feedback right away as you stroke yourself. Okay. And then let's do the back. I would do the back first. Stroke down your back. You can either use the backs of your hands or the palms and stroking down. And of course, this calms your kidneys down. And the sacrum, which is going to be a big part of this series. And then coming around the belly. Okay. And going to the left first, down, and then over to the right. So if you look down, it's in the clockwise circle, which is the direction of digestion. Go slower, slow it down. If you are somebody who's high strung, you might start off fast and be kind to yourself if that's what you're doing, and then just slow it down a little bit. Just wind it down as you make the circle. Slow it down. And it's like with children, they kind of need to slowly calm down. So if that's you, if you're a very excitable person, just give yourself a little bit of time to land. And in some of the videos that we'll watch with the grouse, you'll see that there's a building up of excitement in the way they do their dances. And then it sort of calms down again. It's beautiful. So that excitability that we have, whether it's out of fear or just out of joy, yeah, it's kind of closely related at times, the nervous system's response. All right, and then let's put your left hand on the bottom, right hand on the top. Okay, there's so many different ways to hold your hands for meditation practice. And this whole series is about centering, and I love watching animals when they're resting, when they are calming themselves. And as humans, it's like, how do we do that? Yeah. And there's so many different ways, but this idea of balancing yourself, your legs are evenly spread. There's a sense of support. You should be on those sit bones as you're sitting, so you can kind of tilt forward and back as you do that. And right hand and left, there's just a old reason for that, is that the left side is considered the yin, right side yang. Of course, that might be flipped for a few people, but the yin is surrounding the yang, and the yang is the out pushing energy, and the yin is the drawing in energy. So it's a practice that you can experiment with, and you can do whatever you want with your thumbs. Sometimes you can put them together or one on top of the other, and just sit for a moment and take a breath in, and then just settle. And then I like to imagine myself as the animal we're studying. So as a grouse, they're kind of like a chicken, but they have pretty cool feathers. I'll show you that soon. Sort of imagine your fluffed up feathers all around you. And of course, feathers catch the air. And so they have an ability, feathers, to pick up nuances in air current, but also the vibrations in the air. So as you sit like this, connecting with this grouse family, we can imagine ourselves being very sensitive to the air, and then our feet sensitive to the vibration on the ground. Yeah. So sensing with now everything you've stroked, you've activated, and with your feet, and just listening. And the mind will want to take over in a little bit, but just see how much you can listen with your whole body, with your feathers. For us, we have hairs on our skin. And with your feet. Just a little bit of listening time. And you might hear, I have birds where I am, but you might hear sounds of cars or people's voices or animal sounds, sounds of things in your home, fans, whatever. Just listen with your whole being. Yeah. And then settle as you exhale. So this is a centering practice. We're going to do different ones each class. And I like to do three times. That's all you get. So we're going to inhale, exhale, settle. We've already done one, so that's two. But just settle in. One more breath in. And settling. And just listening after each time you settle. All right. That's a very quick way to clear your nervous system and prepare for the lesson, prepare for anything, whether you have to talk to somebody or do some task and you want a short centering practice. Feel free to spend longer with this meditation and go deeper with it. Let me know how it is. And there's more material, as you know, on my website or on Patreon. But thanks for being here, and I will see you next time. Take care.